Total chaos broke out when Lamont Roach punched Gervonta Davis backstage at a boxing event, right after Gervonta called off their big lightweight showdown. Yep, you heard that right. Gervonta was supposed to fight Lamont on March 1st, in what would have been his final match before retiring. But at the last minute, Gervonta backed out, and Lamont wasn't having it. This all happened behind the scenes at a boxing event, and it turned into complete mayhem. Let's break it down.
Shit.
Alright guys, turn out please. Right in front right here. Use the word thing. Just show it back to the back too.
Here's how it all happened. Lamont and Gervonta ran into each other backstage at a private event. At first, fans thought it was just another round of trash talk to build hype for their upcoming fight. You know how it goes. Fighters talking smack to boost ticket sales and keep the buzz going. Lamont clapped back at Gervonta, throwing sharp words in the exchange. But then Gervonta hit him with a shocking announcement that changed everything.
Sorry.
What changed? What made this shit trash, garbage?
If you got the opportunity to sign a prospect for GTD, who will be?
Amano.
Gervonta, something should have happened during the time, because when I saw you at the Frank Martin press conference, it looked like you were like the talks about retirement was not even discussed at this moment, and now it's something you keep on repeating. Is it just because obviously what you've done through boxing since you were a kid and everything?
Fed up with the
Where's Calvin Ford? Is Calvin Ford or Leonard Edelby? Usually they're around to.
You think you might regain the love for it though? You never know. Like you said, you got to walk today.
Out of nowhere, Tank hit Lamont with a straight-up disrespectful comment. "I'm not fighting a nobody like you." Yep, you heard that right. He basically told Lamont he wasn't worth his time anymore. That's been stirring up a lot of talk in the fight world recently.
The fact that Lamont Roach is as familiar with Tank Davis as he is, it goes beyond them fighting in the amateurs. They've spent time in camp together. He's been around Tank. He's seen Tank up close and personal, whether he's in the ring with them or not. That matters. When you know a guy's rhythm, when you know their speed, when you know what they're thinking, that changes everything, you know? Saying all this to say that because I know we got a lot of people. It don't matter. When he get hit, he going to sleep. Just wait for it. This might be a fight until he gets hit. And again, he's tasted that before. So if he gets hit and he doesn't go away, we got a fighter in our hands, you know? I think it's a good fight. I think that there's better fights for Tank Davis, but this is a good.
Gervonta, looking calm and collected, dismissed Lamont like he didn't even deserve to be in the ring with him. That's when Lamont's whole attitude shifted from trash talk to pure, unfiltered rage. At first, people around them thought it was just part of the hype for the fight. But nope, things got real fast. Lamont's face went from focused to furious. He wasn't going to sit back and take that kind of disrespect, especially after all the work he'd put in. Without a second thought, Lamont lunged at Gervonta, and boom, punches started flying. It was complete chaos, and the whole room was shaken.
Just overall being something that he's not been in the ring with. I'm the total package, and honestly, sometimes I think he doubts himself. But I'm a competitor, and I feel like I'm the best. So I'm assured.
When he talks about you not bringing your family, what goes through your mind when you hear him say that?
And just when you thought it couldn't get crazier, both of their entourages jumped in, making the scene even messier. Everyone started brawling, and security was scrambling to regain control. But the tension was so thick, you could feel it in the air. There was no stopping this storm. It turned into a full-on fist fight backstage, with members of both camps throwing punches and going all out.
Beat his ass for y'all talking.
Shit, wait.
For
I don't
real.
give a fuck.
So I better be quiet.
I don't give a fuck if y'all was quiet, if y'all was loud.
We got the whole hood over there. Like, twisted up. I don't give a fuck about none of that.
Y'all can do whatever y'all want. My mother, he can't stop nothing over here.
None of that.
Not at all.
I'm telling you, I'm a him up.
Not at all. Never. Nothing's
Y'all
gonna get
under
f***ed
y'all
up with.
face
What do I look like getting f***ed up?
Okay. Okay. Okay.
That shit ain't never gonna stop
telling
nothing over here.
And he gonna pay for it. I guarantee
can't-
he pay for it.
I can't.
I guarantee it.
Calm down. Calm down, brother.
Come to the fight. Come to the fight.
They probably gonna
Come
get
to
you
the fight.
fucked up. Look, fool. Hey, fool. This me and you, fool. This me and you, fool.
Tank.
This me and you, fool.
Yeah.
Don't worry about them. They might get you. They gonna trick you off your spot. They gonna trick you out your spot, fool. Don't worry about them.
Come on, stop. Y'all know
like
what's going
that.
on. Y'all know
like
how
that.
I'm coming. Y'all know how I'm coming. So stop it. Y'all gonna make it hard for him. That's what y'all gonna do. Y'all gonna make it hard for him.
It took multiple security guards to finally break them up, and even then, they had to separate the entourages before things got even worse. It felt like something straight out of a movie. Lamont wasn't done yet. He was heated, but the real drama was just getting started. Hear me out. Gervonta Davis is one of the biggest names in boxing right now. The guy has power, speed, and that killer instinct that fans can't get enough of. His fight schedule always makes headlines, and his matchups are always a spectacle.
Rip him out.
Oh God.
Work.
His ass.
All the way up. Work. Get up there, come on, jump. I'm jumping. There you go, jump. Come on, jump. There you go, jump, Come on. Come on, man. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to the beginning.
When it was announced that Tank would face Lamont Roach on March 1st, fans were buzzing. Lamont was hungry for his shot at Tank, and it looked like the perfect matchup. Two fighters in their prime, both coming off big wins and both eager for that title shot.
My whole family is from DC. My whole family, like my entire family.
Don't bring them.
For what?
Bring them.
For what?
Don't bring them. I'm telling you.
They
don't
gonna
bring 'em.
celebrate with me. Yeah,
Don't bring them.
It's gonna be a party on your floor.
I'm gonna let y'all know, son. His father was up here
It's
shaking
gonna- it's
on the
gonna
what's
be-
the name? He was shaking on the
Pops. Oh.
on the
what?
shakeout. On my
On the what?
my kids, he was shaking on this thing. On
Hey,
my kids, he was
never.
shaking.
Don't
Never.
say, bruh.
That's
Tell me.
cap. What I'm about to say?
How you gonna say it's cap? And
gotta
how
be.
you gonna say it's cap? I'm watching them.
Gotta be. Hey,
Somebody
What's
lying.
good?
Hey.
Yeah, somebody lying.
Hey.
Somebody lying.
hey. I'm
Okay,
glad my
Tank,
name ain't somebody.
But there's a twist in this story. Gervonta had been talking about retirement for a while. It wasn't a secret that he was seriously considering hanging up his gloves.
That's why I don't want to box no more. I want to do therapy, right? But I feel as though if I do therapy, it will lose the fire that I have inside me. I want everything out of me, West, so I don't never think about fighting again. I don't think about even getting angry, you know what I mean? Because I have 2 girls, 2 daughters. I'm wanting to be much softer, you know what I mean? Be more humble and things like that.
But did any of us think it would happen this soon? Especially during the prime of his career? Not at all. So when Gervonta dropped the bombshell, it took everyone by surprise.
I'll turn things over to you, Tank. This is a huge fight for the DMV area. Does that add a little extra motivation, him being from DC, from Baltimore, going into this fight?
Not really. Like, I've been coming up and coming to DC like for a minute since I was young, so I don't really see like, you know, like the.
It's more so for the
back
crowd. It ain't necessarily between me and him, DC, Baltimore, but
Yeah.
like for the crowd, it definitely is. As a area thing, it is.
Now, Tank, Roach said earlier today that, you know, he feels like the guys that you've knocked out recently don't have a chin. What's your response to that?
We gotta test his chin out. Come March the 1st.
We ain't on that. Motherfuckers don't hit me.
What's your reaction to that, Lamont? You said, you know, you feel like guys.
That's what we gonna be in there for. He same thing he gonna try to test. I'm gonna try to test.
You seen my post, right?
You said, which one?
Well, I told you to leave the kids home.
My son gonna be front and center.
How I'm going, I'm trying to get so much out of this and get away from it. Like, I have a house on an island. Y'all won't see me again type shit. Like, that's how I'm trying to beat. I'm trying to beat all this type shit. You know what I'm saying? I ain't trying to be around this too much longer. I don't even want the spotlight. Y'all can have it.
I guess it seemed like the perfect way to retire at the peak of his career, right?
I ain't gonna lie, I ain't really trying to be in this too much longer. That's the answer right there for you.
How old are you now? 28?
28.
Yeah. How much longer are you expecting to do it?
Once I get them guys out of there, I'm gone.
Is that right? Let's say like 30-ish, something like that? Why do you want to get out so soon?
I want to just help people that's coming behind me. I feel as though that's more important. Future.
Is that why you got Lamont Peterson and Anthony on this card?
They was before me, but they're trying to do my good deeds. I feel as though it's something that's installed in me. There's loyalty. I feel as though that's something that people are missing out here. I feel as though if you're in a position to help somebody, help them for the right.
Then, out of nowhere, just weeks before the fight, Gervonta cancels it. No explanation, no build-up, just a sudden last-minute decision to pull out.
While he mentioned being retired, he also seems like he's got a plan before retirement, which I appreciate. Listen, man, life is about planning. And if anything, consider that a part of his plan. He knows what he wants to do, and he knows what he's trying to do before he gets out of here. You know, at the same time, like Terrence, for instance, I don't talk to Terrence about retirement. He'll ask me sometimes like, how you feel, how is that kind of stuff. I try not to be overly excited about it. I'm excited as heck to be retired. But when it comes to Terrence, it's my boy. What I can is put bugs in his ear, in his head about wanting to be retired, because I know once the closer you get to wanting to be there, the closer you are to there and further away from actual competition, you know? So, Tank, you know, while he mentioned being retired, he also seems like he's got a plan before retirement, which I appreciate.
Lamont and the fans were completely stunned and frustrated.
Tank says that he's going to retire at the end of next year. Do you think he has one foot out the door?
Yeah, for sure. I think that was a mistake for him to say that, especially in front of me. So, you know, I'm going to just take advantage of it and show him why he shouldn't have said that, or why he shouldn't be contemplating that.
Lamont had put in months of hard training and hype for the fight, only to be left hanging.
Beat his ass. Y'all talking. For real. I better be quiet.
I don't give a fuck if y'all is quiet, if y'all is loud.
We got the whole hood over there.
Like, twisted up. I don't give a fuck about none of that.
do whatever
I don't
y'all
care about
want.
none of
My
that.
mother, he can't
I don't care
stop
about no
nothing
hood,
over
no
here.
none of that.
Not at all.
I'm telling you, I'm gonna f him up.
Not at all. Never. Nothing's
y'all
gonna get
under
f***ed
y'all
up with.
face
What
up.
do I look like getting f***ed up?
Here's the thing. Lamont Roach is a pro boxer, and like any fighter, he's got pride. This fight was a major chance for his career, an opportunity you don't let slip away. When Gervonta canceled last minute, Lamont's patience broke. He'd been putting in the work, training hard, and getting ready mentally and physically for the biggest fight of his life.
One of the things that's happened to me over the years is rapping gets harder, but rhyming gets easier. If that makes any sense.
But now, not only was the fight off, but Lamont was left looking like a fool in front of fans and the media. Word spread fast that Lamont wasn't going to take this lying down. You have to understand, ego plays a huge role in boxing. Lamont had been calling out Gervonta for a while, and now it felt like he'd been disrespected. The boxing world couldn't stop talking about it. Everyone was speculating on why Tank pulled out. Was it personal? Was he not ready? Or did he just not want to face the heat from Lamont? Whatever the reason, Lamont was furious and wasn't going to let it slide, which led to the brawl.
Not personal, bro. They talking, they talking, they talking, they talking, they talking, but you know I get, you know I gonna 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 get. I'm real machine. You know I gonna get, I'm real.
I know what you're thinking. Was this a publicity stunt? Honestly, it could have been, but I don't think Lamont was messing around. He looked genuinely angry. As for Gervonta, he seemed like someone who didn't expect the heat to come from Lamont, especially after thinking he could just cancel the fight without facing any consequences.
The announcement of the Gervonta Davis Roach fight.
I think that, he's had a lot of criticism, but it's not a bad fight. Lamont Roach is a world champion. He's smaller than Gervonta Davis. The problem is not many people are aware of who he is or his abilities. But he can fight. I don't think it's a huge fight, but not a terrible.
For Lamont, this was a make or break moment, a chance to finally get recognized in the boxing world. Sure, throwing punches might not have been the smartest move, but it definitely got people talking. In a sport where respect is everything, Lamont took a huge risk by going after Gervonta like that. But honestly, it worked. People started taking him seriously. Everyone knew Lamont was no pushover, and if Gervonta thought he could walk away without a fight, he was in for a rude awakening.
Would you consider you and Gervonta friends?
Friends? Probably.
Is it going to be hard to go in the ring and fight your friend?
Not at all.
Are you all going to be friends after?
Yeah, why not?
Either way it goes.
We're both making money.
But you guys are making each other bleed.
Hopefully I just make him bleed.
Oh, true. Okay.
So what happens now? First off, you've got to consider the fallout for Lamont. This might actually be a blessing in disguise. His name is everywhere in the headlines, and whether people like him or not, they're definitely thinking about him. Sure, he might have burned some bridges with Gervonta, but it's hard to ignore the fact that Lamont showed real fire, something boxing fans truly respect. For Gervonta, the situation's a bit trickier. The guy's already talking about retirement, and now this? It's going to be tough for him to walk away from the sport without answering some serious questions.
Bro, yeah, I know, but I don't want to do him crazy because he's on the come up. So I don't want,
But big bro the rules, though. You gotta give him
stay, you know what I mean? I would wild out because he tried to do that with the Floyd shit. Just, stay in shape, young champ. Stay in the gym.
Was Gervonta trying to dodge a tough fight, or was there something personal behind his decision to cancel? Either way, he's going to have to deal with the consequences. Whether or not he faces Lamont in the future, this backstage brawl has only made things more heated.
I'm gonna slap it when I see him.
Why is that,
I'm gonna really slap the shit up. I see him.
Teofimo?
Yeah.
What you think about Teofimo calling you and Crawford a friend?
I just said what I said.
Do you think his demeanor gonna change if he get in front of you?
Yeah, cause they all put. You see what Keyshawn said when I said what I said on Twitter. I try to provoke him. He don't like when people call him. What I call him? To provoke him to do something. He ain't come with that same energy. He called me a prop because I'm light skinned. Yeah, I bet. No. Who have Shakur? What have Shakur done? What have he done in the sport? He haven't done nothing. The young one is looking more better than him.
Who that?
The Keyshawn looking way more better than this. I keep screaming his name. He haven't done nothing. Keyshawn haven't even done nothing.
So what do you say to those who
Y'all
might
keep
be
saying his
afraid?
name for?
So what do you say to those who might be saying that Tank is afraid of Shakur?
Afraid of what? Afraid of what?
Us fighters, if we're afraid of somebody, it gotta be somebody hitting us and hurting us. Like, he don't have no offense. Everything is defense. Defense only winning basketball and football. That shit winning by.
As expected, the internet blew up after the incident. Fans on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok couldn't stop talking. Some backed Lamont, saying he was just standing up for himself and showing he wasn't afraid to call out the big names in boxing. Others criticized Gervonta for backing out of the fight, accusing him of avoiding the challenge. And no matter where you stand, one thing's for sure. This whole situation has given Lamont Roach instant credibility with a lot of fans. Whether you like him or not, he's no longer just another undercard fighter. He's someone who's ready to go head-to-head with one of the sport's biggest stars. So, what's the takeaway here? Lamont might have gone a bit too far with that punch, but there's no denying that he made a strong statement. As for Gervonta Davis, he's got some serious questions to answer. If you follow boxing, you know this isn't over. Whether they finally face off in the ring or continue to beef in the media, one thing's clear: it's about to get even more exciting. Let me know what you think. Did Lamont have the right to throw that punch? Was Gervonta trying to dodge a fight? Drop your thoughts below, and let's talk. And don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more wild boxing drama. Catch you in the next one.